coming out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Yeah, man, I'm talking no words, no nothing. This sucker hit me straight in the eye, boom. So I'm like, I stumble back off the rip. I'm like, oh, it's on now, you know, and that was it. I shook myself off. I shook it off. He come at me. So as soon as he come at me, I catch it. Bang, bang, drive him back. He realized now, yeah, you done effed up. This ain't what you thought it was gonna be. So I drive him back and I charge him. When I charge him, he charged me. I'm trying to swing. I swing. He ducked. It hit him on the top of the head so hard it hurt my hand. But he grabbed me and he dragged me down to the ground. And now he on top of me. Worst thing you could do in prison, in the cell, in the fight, is go to that ground. Even worse than that, go to that ground and you got a bigger or a stronger guy on top of you, right? This is the situation I'm in there. He bigger than me, probably stronger than me, because he kind of diesel, right? And like I told y'all, this time I'm still a real little dude, right? But the fight in me is undeniable. You gonna have to take me up out this earth. That's what you gonna do to me when you dealing with me. So I'm tussling and rumbling with him. He got me there. He trying to get me in a position where he can ground and pound me, where he can, get my hands out the way and just, do what he want to do with me. Ain't gonna happen. I'm holding on to him. We tussling, we scrambling, we all there on the floor. And I'm asking him, like, really, because that's the only thing in my mind. I'm like, what the F wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? And he just swinging and he just holding and tussling. So he close up on me now, so I can't see. I'm telling him, let me up. He ain't responding. He just going wild, like a wild man, right? All you can hear in there, I know people in the block is like, what, you know what I'm saying? Because they can hear it. We in there, we turn the joint up. So I see he ain't gonna let up off me or get up off me, so I'm holding on to him, got my legs wrapped around, and my face is like right where his chest at. I tried to bite his collarbone, but I couldn't get his collarbone. I bit him right up under the collarbone, and I'm trying to rip it out like a pit bull, man. I'm trying to rip his chest out. So he starts screaming and hollering, then he just going wild on me, trying to hit me, trying to get me to let go, but I'm shaking and holding, and then he pulled away. So when he pulled away, I reach back and kick him, boom, and that drives him back. So when I kick him and drive him back, I can get up. Once I can stand up, that's when the business comes. So I stand up and I go to get him, but I had a quick thought, just like a moment's thought, and you in the moment, you in that time, you know what I'm saying, things coming through your mind so fast. Now, I got a weapon in here. I ain't got that Bethlehem, which I wish I would have had. I didn't have that Bethlehem in there at that time, but I got like if anybody been in there in the weight rooms, they know like the little 3-pound weight collar that go on the end of the weights, them big weights, the big ones, the ones you see the steel, like you see the big boys lifting in college and stuff. When I first got locked up, they still had these. They ended up taking them weights off the compound because dudes was getting their head busted open, getting beat with these weights and all types of other stuff. But at this time, they still got it. So I ain't, I done stole a little 3-pound weight collar from off the weight pile, and I done put that in a belt and tied a laundry bag around it. So that's my weapon. If I cluck you with that, man, if I cluck you with that, that means first of all you was trying to harm me. So I ain't got no remorse about what happens to you if you trying to harm me. So if I cluck you with it, it's a good chance on you gonna take that helicopter ride and go see somebody, and you better hope they know what they doing, because you might be going about you, especially if I cluck you in the head with it. And like I say, I know that sounds crazy, but that's just how I was living, because I won't let nobody harm me. So I got that in there, and my thought is to try to grab it, but if I try to grab it, I got to pay attention to him, because he coming at me. He trying to hurt me, and I don't want to, take my focus off him. That's what happened, how he punched me in my eye the first time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at him, I'm sizing him up, he try to chop, bang, bang, I drive him back into the wall, he fall back, he stand up, but he faking like he know how to fight, but he can't, I can tell the way he hold his hand, so I'm like, yeah, okay, what's up, I charge into him again, hit him, crack up, he grabbed me, but I stretch out this time, like position my body where he just can't just do what he want to do with me. So then we just tussling, we locked up, I'm trying to hit him with some shots, trying to make him let me go, hit him with some uppercuts, he's still trying to hold on to, but I'm getting him some good shots, he bleeding and everything now. I know I done clucked. I hit him in his nose one time, so flat I know his nose is probably broke. So we in there, we tussling, we turn the joint up, it's blood in here, and then the police come running in there. You can hear them, I can hear them when they coming. Keys jingling and everything, so they can hear the noise of somebody that said something. They coming in there, they come 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 deep, right? So we in this joint rumbling. They come to the door first, they now, hey, y'all step away, separate. Nah, ain't nobody doing that, you know what I'm saying? We in the heat of battle. I'm not gonna just pull away and then this joker don't stop and just tee off on me. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. So they bust the door, bum rushing there on us, drive both of us to the ground. They just piling in, man. It's like it's like cockroaches, man, just getting on top of each other. They just all jumping on us. Now we all in this little 8x10 cell, pinned all to the ground. All these big old COs leaning on top of us. 4, 5 COs on each one of us, pinning us down, twisting us up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? What's up? What's going on here? I don't say nothing. I'm feeling, crazy. I ain't did nothing that, to cause this, but yet at the same time, here I am, pinned to the ground, arms twisted, feet twisted, ankles being twisted, all of these jokers on my back. I feel my eye, my eye feel like a boiled egg, and I'm like, man, how in the heck did I get in this situation from just minding my business? Just minding my business, man. I ain't asked for this joker to come in my cell. I don't know this joker's name. I don't know nothing. Now, that's like I say, I'm out of my comfort zone now. Now, I'm probably going to get a charge, which I did. I'm probably going to segregation, which I did. They're going to rummage and go all through my property, which they did. They're going to find the weight in there that I got, the weapon. That's another charge, which I got. So all of this just because somebody else got a problem with somebody else. But now they're going to make it my problem. You put him in my cell, well, I'm minding my business, and now his problems is my problems, and now me and him got a problem. You see what I'm saying? So this is prison, y'all. This is prison life for you right here when you think, okay, I'm in here, I'm going to mind my business, ain't no drama going to come to me, I ain't into this foolishness, I ain't into no games, I ain't into no drugs, it don't even work like that. It don't even work like that, I'm trying to tell you, man. I did not know this dude. I ain't had nothing to do with this cat. Later on, I found out who he was, what he was, or whatever. But at that particular moment, that particular time, I did not know this dude from the man on the moon, and he came in there and interrupted everything I had going on. Everything that I had going on. And I'm just being honest with you, I tell you the truth. I could not see him no more. I was looking for him, man. I was hunting this dude like a hunter. If I would have ran into him again or ran on the compound with him again, and I was going to do the same thing he did to me. This same exact thing. An unannounced attack. But mine was going to be way more vicious than what his was. His was a punch to the face, unaware, you know what I'm saying, unprovoked. And mine was going to be a little bit different than that. But, I couldn't see him no more, man. I end up, like I say, going to segregation. Got a charge for fighting. Got a charge for possession of a weapon. All of this. I'm back there and said, I'm sending the word out, man. Who is this joker, man, that moved in my cell, man? People is asking me, what happened, Bank? What's going on? I don't know this joker, man. They brought this joker from another compound. He came in that joint acting crazy. We get in there. We get it in. But, let me know who he is if you know. Let me know if he coming out on his yard. If he come out on his yard, they let me out on his yard. I got to have him. I got to have him. There ain't no ands, ifs, or buts about it, And like I say, I couldn't get off on him like I wanted to get off on him in there because I wasn't prepared, which also tells you, you learn as you go. Like I said earlier in my bit, You learn as you go. Stay ready, because you might not have enough time to get ready. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't fully ready for that because I didn't anticipate that. So that was a learning experience for me that I learned from to take later on down in my bit. I never had another cellie after that I didn't look at with a crooked eye as soon as they walked in the cell. No matter what they look like, no matter what, I always had my alerts up. You know, like, telling what this joker might do. I ain't turning my back. I ain't, especially the first 24 hours, I'm feeling them out. I'm listening to his attitudes. I'm listening to, watching his movements, his body language. Because dudes will try to rock you to sleep. And I'm telling you, you get crazy, crazy dudes, man, in there. I mean, real certified crazy. You get dudes in there, like I say, they do stuff like that for no reason. You might get a dude to be in there for 2 or 3 days, act like he alright, and you go to sleep. He might stab you in your sleep. He might try to bust you in your head in your sleep. He might slam your TV down when you go to eat. You might go out to wreck or something and come back. They had one dude, I might do a story, but they had one dude, every time he get a cellie or something, and as soon as he leave out, he stay in there a week or two or whatever, as soon as his cellie go to wreck or go to eat or something, he just break all of his property up. Break his TV, break his headphones, cut up all his clothes and stuff, and then go check in the hole before you even get back to your cell. You get back and find out all is gone, and then he gone, and you can't get him, you can't do nothing to him. It's crazy. These are the type of people that you might encounter during time, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, but be prepared. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, it was a learning experience for me. I didn't, like I said, I didn't hurt them the way I wanted to hurt them because I wasn't fully prepared. I just was in a fight. And when you're in a fight in the cell or you're in a fight in prison, you are literally in a fight for your life. Because if a man can get you down on that ground in that cell and it ain't nobody in there to help you, man, he gonna do you dirty. He gonna do you dirty. You gonna be reliant on his mercy to have mercy on you. You cannot put yourself in that position because he might not have mercy. You see what I'm saying? You can't replace your teeth. You can get somebody else's teeth. I don't want nobody else's teeth. I want my own teeth. You get somebody else's teeth. You can't replace an eye. You know what I'm saying? Broken limbs. You might heal, but that's scars for life. You get stabbed. You might get a colostomy bag. Anything can happen to you. So you got to prepare for everything when you in this type of environment, man, because you literally in a war zone and war can break out at any time, and it can be unprovoked war. It can be unprovoked. This was unprovoked. I end up finding out later on I broke his nose, and I bit a plug in him. So he gonna remember me. Ain't no question, he gonna remember me, but he ain't gonna remember me like I want him to remember me, because I want to do worse to him. Because he had no business, making that move on me for whatever them people did to you and whatever mood you was in, whatever type of situation you was going through, you brought that to me, man. And if you out here now on the street and you can see this video, if I see you the day on the street, man, I would hope I got enough knowledge under my belt right now and enough wisdom to just look at you, man, and just salute and just keep on walking. But in my mind, I would want to I don't even like to think like that. But yeah, that's just, the nature of me, because I know that I don't try to disrespect nobody. I don't try to come at nobody sideways. I definitely don't come at nobody with no larceny, and I ain't gonna do nothing to nobody unprovoked. So when people do that stuff to me, then I got a whole different mind frame. Like, man, I ain't got no love for you, man, when you coming at me like that. Because I'm not that type of dude. I'm always try to play fair, and I'm always try to give you, the best version of me. But if you come at me with that crazy stuff, man, shame on you, bro. Shame on you, man. But yeah, he got away, to me, he got away because, like I say, I was green and I ain't know nobody. But I learned from it. And you get a lot of dudes in prison, they don't learn from those situations. They get in them situations over and over again and sometimes them situations break them. It scam and shake them up so bad that they don't even know how to deal with the situation. That's when dudes start losing their mind. That's when dudes start turning to other stuff. Dudes start using drugs. Dudes start trying to take them away from the prison. You ain't gonna be able to get away. You ain't gonna be able to get away. You just there. No matter where you go, even segregation, You there, bro, and you can't get out of there till they let you out. That's why the only solution to this situation is don't go to prison. That's it. There's no other solution besides just don't go. It ain't no other solution. Don't go. Because when you get in there, man, anything can happen and anything might happen. And that's a fact, man. I know plenty of cats that was in there that was just caught up in a bad situation. You know, caught up in a bad situation and ended up in prison. And a lot of them ended up with more time than they actually deserved. But just humble, decent dudes. And not just criminal dudes, but just humble, decent dudes that got caught up in a bad situation. But once you're in prison, don't nobody care. You know, don't nobody care. They don't care how you got there. You know, they don't care. They just know you there, and you're going to just have to deal with that environment. You're going to have to deal with whatever's going on around you. You're going to have to figure it out. If you don't figure it out, you end up being a victim, you know what I'm saying, to whatever may come your way. You know, and the crazy part about it is, you know, you can defend yourself and get in trouble. But what's the alternative if you don't? What's the alternative? You see what I'm saying? You can get hurt, you can get damaged for life, you can get killed. So you have to be able to decide which one you're going to do. You can't just sit there and say, well, I'm going to let somebody do this to me or do that to me because I don't want to get in trouble and end up staying in prison longer than I have to. Well, what if they do something to you that you can't recover from? And that's how you got to decide how you want to live in prison. That's when it come down, that's when you got to make that decision. How you going to live in prison? Because that's the thing. You got to live. You got to live. Them gates and doors ain't going to open till them people let it open. So you can't focus on them opening that gate neither. You can't lock your mind in on, I just got to get through this because all I got to do is get to this amount of time. I got to make it here. Nah, it ain't going to work like that. You got to focus on day by day. Because when you're looking at that gate, you're going to miss what's in front of you. And what's in front of you might be a Mack truck. You might get ran over. So, like I say, prison is a different place. It's a different type of animal. I just don't recommend you go. That's the best advice I can give you. I just don't recommend you go. If you're out here and you in this free world and you got some things going on in your life, you got some problems, and you on at a crossroad, or you thinking about doing this, you thinking about doing that, you thinking about I gotta make something happen, man, you better take your time. You better take your time. You better figure it out and work it out. You better take your time. Don't let nobody trick you up off these streets. Don't let no situation trick you up off these streets. Don't let no ego trip you up off these streets. Because let me tell you something. Whatever you got going on, or whatever you think your problems may be, you take that and you times that by 100, and then divide it by 200 and multiply it by 1,000. That's what's going to be going on when you get inside them walls. That's what's going to be that much worse. It's going to be that much worse. So keep that in mind, because even no matter what you're going through out here, it can change. It can get better. And you got freedom of choice. You got freedom of choice to make different, moves to better your situation, to make things get better. You do not have that behind them walls. You're going to do what them people tell you to do. That's what you're going to do. To the biggest gangster, to the baddest, you're going to do what them people tell you to do. At the end of the day, you're going to lock up in that cell. That's period. At the end of the day, you locking up in that cell. If you don't lock up in that cell, they will put you in that cell unconscious, or they're going to put you in the hospital, or they're going to put you in the morgue. Period. Ain't no other way around it. So, take advantage of this freedom that you got, man. Take advantage of these stories that I'm telling you. Learn something from them. Understand that you're in a great position right now by not being incarcerated, by not being in the belly of the beast, so you don't have to go. Because you get up every day and you can make a decision that no matter what's going on, I'm going to keep on pushing forward. It will get better. This too shall pass. And I ain't got to go that route. Because I can tell you right now, and I say it all the time, and I'm going to continue to say it, shout out to all my comrades and soldiers still doing time, still fighting for their liberation. I got dudes that call me every day. What's up, man? What's going on, man? And they trying to get out here. They trying to get out here. I was that dude not long ago. So I know. So I know it ain't nothing to me because of my experience and my knowledge now. It ain't nothing to me worth going over there. Nothing. Nothing. Whatever you tell me that you think is worth, oh, I go do some time for that. Tell me. And I can show you where you don't want to do it. See, it's one thing to say something, but be able to prove it. I can prove to you that it don't add up. The math is not going to ever add up. This justified. I got to go to prison for that. He did this. I got to do that. Nah, it ain't going to add up, bro. It ain't going to add up. I don't care what type of math you use. It's not going to add up. You know, so like I say, just focus and just keep on pushing forward because it's a lot of situations that I came through in prison. I'm lucky. I'm lucky, you know. And then I realized, like I told you, I don't even believe in luck no more. Luck is just God, you know. So God got me through my situation. God got me through my situation. I'm blessed that he was on my side. I'm blessed that I had a praying family. I'm blessed that I was a praying, believing dude. So that was a lot that helped get me through these situations because, like I say, it was times that I didn't think I was going to make it. It was a lot of times I didn't think I was going to make it. But I came through it, and that's why I'm trying to get as good knowledge to these young brothers out here, these young kings, to let them know, man, and the queens, you let them know, don't let no situation put you in a worse situation. Don't let no situation put you in a worse situation. Think your way through the situation, man, and it'll get better. It always will get better. But I appreciate that y'all taking the time to listen to these stories, man, these pieces of my life that's stuck in my brain. I'm sharing it with y'all. Hopefully, like I say, there's a lesson, a blessing in every lesson. So, you know, the blessing in this lesson is, man, that I made it through these situations by the grace of God. All of these situations, every one of them that I'm telling you about could have been worse. Every one of them could have turned out a lot more funky. You know, the dude could have, you know, he could have got me down on the ground and just did me dirty. I could have hit my head on something. Everything in the cell is steel and concrete. I could have easily been hurt or went unconscious, and it ain't no telling if I would have ever woke up because it ain't no telling what he would have did to me. You know, so situations can always turn out worse. I could have had that Bethlehem in there, and he could have came in there and swung on the wrong dude at the wrong time, and I could have took his life, and I could have felt justified, but the people still would have probably crucified me. But at the same time, like I say, every situation, there's a blessing, man. And the blessing is I made it through it. God got me through it. And I'm out here to try to teach all these lessons so you'll never have to go through these type of things. So you tell your kids, your nephews, the young people, the youth around you what prison is really like, man. And it's not no place nice. And it's not fit for human beings. So that means it's not fit for any of us. So I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next time. I got some more stories for y'all coming. I got them on deck. I'm going to let y'all, well, I was going to decide which ones to do by asking y'all, but then if I do that, I'll be giving you a little hints too. But I just got so many of them. I got notes and notes and notes that I write down to remember to tell this story. Remember to tell that story because it's in my head. So when I think about it, I say, well, remember to tell this story. Remember to tell that story. So I'll be forgetting sometimes. So now I start putting notes to just remind me. I just had to say a name in my mind and I can remember the story, the incident, and everything. So I got more to come. Y'all just stay tuned. And as always, man, I love y'all. I appreciate the support. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell somebody about these 33 years of prison stories, about this Banky Pound YouTube, about this movement. Bring them over here, man. And if you watching this right now and you have not subscribed, you have not hit that button, and you not liking these videos, you not sharing these videos, shame on you. We got to do better, man. We got to grow this thing so we can get this message out here to these people, get this message out here to these young cats so we can put something in their head, something might trigger them, something might spark them to stay on that right path no matter how hard it might be. It's showing up better than what's on the other side. So that's what we're trying to do over here. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions. Team Banky Pound, stand up. See y'all next time. Boom. The
Anything special?
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.